what are your thoughts on NFTs and video games? Nick, kick us off.
All right, so we talked about this before. We know that a lot of a lot of companies that try and get into NFTs that are known video game studios don't do it right. But I kind of want to sway our conversation to the NFT games that are already released. What is stopping those from becoming these big name gaming studios, and what have they done wrong, and like what could they have done better to pretty much like bring their game to the forefront, kind of like a Call of Duty or a Fortnite or like games like that. Like we see CS:GO, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, that's literally an NFT game. I mean, it was a game prior to NFTs, but they ended up making all their skins for the guns and like different knives and stuff like that. They're all NFTs now.
Yeah. I mean, I do want to build on that, Cody. You answer the question now. What are your thoughts, NFTs and video games?
So
keep this broad. We're gonna dive into.
I'll keep it broad, and I'll follow it up with a question of my own. The thing that I look at is it's all these companies that you see are making these NFT games. They're new, right? They're going to be these indie title companies that maybe don't have the personnel, so it's going to be a group of 6 people trying to make a game, which making a game is very difficult, right? So to an average gamer, like we grew up with the old games where it's like, it's pixelated, it's 16-bit. Hell, Mario, you look at like these old games, they were fun for the time, but now, as the years progressed, we are demanding more and more, right? So these new games that are coming out may not be up to snuff of what we want, and we just don't find them fun. And that's also the reason why a lot of people are just like, I'm not into the NFT games, because it's not where it needs to be just yet.
And sorry to cut you off, but I kind of want to expand on that one point because you made a good point. The fact that we're as gamers, we're so accustomed to billion-dollar companies that do this as their business, releasing games. Like, look at Call of Duty, right? Call of Duty, I mean, the amount of coding that has to go into that game, and it's just Call of Duty is the example, but like all the different maps, you have 4 different games being pushed into one game, pretty much, because that's kind of where they swayed it. With Warzone, they swayed all of the new releases that came out, put it all into one game, and like different stuff like that. And we're expecting a game like that where it's interesting, it's fun, like I'm a big FPS guy, so like, the big names, Fortnite, Call of Duty, Valorant, what you name it, I play it. But that's what we're expecting, and these newer gaming studios, I should say, don't produce that.
Yeah,
they don't have the experience.
And this is where my other point was coming in. You could consider them indie developers, right? But you got to look at this. You look at some indie games that are very, very popular. Among Us was an indie game that wasn't very popular for a few years until some streamers picked it up, and it became very popular, and now people are still playing it. So even if the game may not be like a billion-dollar company, indie games could still be popular, but what made it fun? These are the questions now, is why are we not excited to play these? So the question I want to answer after this is, what genre of game do you want to see this NFT game have? Right? MMO, RPG, a sport game, you look at like maybe an adventure game, something along those lines. Like, what genre do you want to see an NFT game be that you think would be fun to actually play?
Yeah.
That's the question.
I get that. So basically, if we're thinking of the broad picture here, the issue is you guys haven't found the NFT game that is truly fun yet. Do you think it could be a situation where maybe they are focusing too much on the NFT integration side of it, and they're not focusing on the actual thing that's going to get people to want to play, is that the game is fun? And then this is completely, we're going to do another episode talking about the play-to-earn games. This is, like, we're ignoring, like, for all the viewers out there, we're ignoring play-to-earn, the play-to-earn aspect of games completely. And we're strictly looking at them as games that are fun because the gamers like you guys, the streamers out there, they don't really care about the play to earn stuff.
If you don't have fun playing the game, then why play it? I get it. It's play to earn. You can win money and but I'm not gonna spend 8, 10, 15 hours grinding a game that's just not fun.